Hi everybody, in this video we'll be talking about how to wash pump supplies and how to use the pump. First you would turn the pump on. The speed is automatically set to 80, which you would keep it at. Suction, you would dial it all the way up until mom feels a little bit of discomfort, and then you would dial it down. For the timer, to reset it, you would just press the button and it will start back at 0. Every mom is instructed to pump every 2 to 3 hours for 20 minutes, both sides at the same time. We definitely want to get our moms pumping within 6 hours of delivery, so the sooner the better, the more successful she will be with milk production. If a mom does ask you for information on the pump as far as when you would adjust the speed, what you would tell her to do is once she has a letdown, when her mature milk comes in, you would dial down the speed to 40%, which would be, or down to 40, which would be half the speed. So at this time, the pump will slow down while the milk is flowing. Once the mom notices that the milk letdown has come to an end or that she doesn't see as much milk flowing, she would bump the speed all the way back up to 80. Some moms may have more than one letdown, so she would then repeat the process. In the time being, these moms usually are still only producing colostrum, so we would keep the speed at 80. To clean the parts, you would take the cap off with the viral barrier and only wash these parts. So you would wash the bottle, the diaphragm, which is only, you can wash this on the top, or you cannot wash this in the dishwasher. And then the flange part. You would use the Castile soap that we have on our carts. You would use warm water and the Castile soap, and you would rinse out the parts and then let it air dry. The tubing absolutely does not need to be washed. If this gets wet or if it gets washed, you pretty much have to throw away the kit. This is the port you would plug it in. And if a mom does end up pumping only one side, you can pull one tube out and plug it in so that only one side is functioning. And then again, you would put it here. We also have disposable bottles on our carts for moms who are pumping and bringing it down to the NICU. They're called snappy cups and they fit on the pump as well. So if a mom was able to collect some colostrum, we would have you collect it in this bottle, and then you would place a label right here. Mom's first bottle might have her label on it. You want to put the date and the time. If you put it in the refrigerator, it's good for 3 days. So when mom decides to go to NICU to bring it down to see baby, make sure you pick the oldest bottle. If mom doesn't collect a lot and it's just a few drops, NICU still likes to collect them for the baby. And we have a syringe to draw it up in. Do not draw up colostrum in a lure lock. These are specially made for our babies. And when the mom goes down to NICU, instruct her to get labels from the NICU that has the baby's names on it. Some of our moms might have some other special devices that help assist with breastfeeding. If their baby is able to breastfeed while they're in the NICU, they may ask for some Lancino if they have sore nipples. They only need to put a little bit, a little goes a long way. Or they might ask you for hydrogels. They do sell these in the stores. They're called Soothies. You can even cut them up to help save some supplies. These are good for a couple of days. Have them just rinse it under water and then let it air dry. If it starts to get cracked or if it gets cloudy and it's not coming off, toss them out. You cannot use these together. It's one or the other. But these can be bought in stores. Some moms might have flat nipples. This is a nipple shell. This helps bring it out. So if mom does have the opportunity to breastfeed, she might have this. She needs to wear this at all times with a bra in between feedings. So, as you can see, there's vents at the top. This is at the top of the breast. There's a sponge at the bottom that collects colostrum if mom begins to leak a little bit. And that goes this way. In order to wash it, you need to rinse with warm water and the Castile soap and let it air dry. And with the sponge, you would just absorb with water and squeeze it out and let that air dry. These are also found on our carts. If a mom has been seen by a lactation consultant, she may have a nipple shield. These are not on our carts. They have to be given by the LC. So for cleaning purposes, you would just tell them to rinse with cold water and then use the Castile soap and warm water and again, air dry. And that concludes the portion of the breast pump and other supplies.